Day 3 live at the Diddy Glover freak-off trial. I'm not gonna lie. I thought for a minute after listening to Cassie's testimony, pure survival, that Diddy Glover had a chance to get found not guilty during survival. But after the things that Cassie just put out there, I think Diddy is over. Mr. Take That, Take That. That's what they're going to be saying to Diddy in the state prison. You know what I'm talking about? Take that, take that. And Diddy's not going to drop the soap and consequences happen. No, Diddy's going to be throwing the soap down. Pure survival. Talking about, help me get this. Somebody help me get this. I got me some fresh baby oil off of commissary. But anyway, guys, it's crazy because Cassie said that Jonathan Odie, the dude that looked like Jathan Statham, pure survival, and Bruce Willis from 1992, she said and confirmed that he's going to testify that Diddy Glover hired him to clap Cassie's cheeks. You know what I mean? During survival and to do all kinds of freaky stuff. You know what I mean? Cassie said that Jonathan Odie was Diddy Glover's favorite freak-off warrior. He was the top favorite freak-off vampire. And I told y'all that they were freak-off vampires. That everybody in Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon sleep upside down, pure survival. And you have to have garlic on your neck. If you're not with the freak-off and the freakiness, you have to have garlic on your neck during survival. Or the freak-off vampires will come, they will wake up and pull you up in the air and do some real, just gross things to you. But this girl done been through it all, man. And at first, it was like they were proving or trying to prove that Cassie was not a victim. She wanted people to, urine on her and say, hey, it's apple juice. Drink the apple juice. But Cassie didn't want it. At least that's what she's saying. And I know she stayed with the man for 10 years, pure survival. So it makes no sense to stay with somebody if they're abusing you for 10 years. If he started the freaky deaky 3 months into the relationship, pure survival, why would you stay? But she was young during survival. She wanted her career to take off, and Diddy was dangling, her dreams over her head. He turned Cassie's dreams into freak-off nightmares, pure survival. Anytime you got to take baby oil and put it in a pool, it was a baby. Cassie testified that Diddy made her. They had to do a whole swimming pool and fill the whole pool up with baby oil during survival because you had to be a certain kind of shiny. Your tasty cakes couldn't just shine. It couldn't have no ash to it. It was a certain kind of bedazzled shininess to your tasty cakes that you had to have during survival. And I thought, like I said, that Diddy was going to possibly walk because they won't be able to prove the S trafficking and the fact that Diddy was taking her without her will or whatever. But the thing she testified today, ladies and gentlemen, before cross-examination, like I said, Jonathan Odie, that dude is in jail right now. And he's going to come and testify that Diddy did all of these horrific things and forced him to participate during survival. Now, I know Diddy's lawyer is going to say, dude, you just trying to get your time knocked off during survival for running up in the Trump's, thing and trying to snatch off Donald Trump's toupee. Pure survival. So you just trying to get time knocked off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, guys. We know the feds do not like to lose. They got a 99.99, conviction rate. So, like I said, Diddy's lawyers is trying to prove that Cassie was a willing participant during survival, and she was just as bad as Diddy Glover. They said Cassie paid the S workers to clap her cheeks, Pure survival. She used to go on inmate.com or whatever, the websites to find these S workers. They're trying to say, like I said, Cassie is just as bad as Diddy. I'm not going to say that Cassie's an angel during survival, but I do think that this girl was manipulated. You know what I'm saying? I think that she was groomed during survival. And I think that Diddy, man, boy, mama always told me one day it would happen, but she never told me when. If she told you something was going to happen, Diddy Glover, she should have told you it was going to happen right now. Pure survival. Because this is not looking good, sir. At first, like I said, I just said earlier, Diddy going to beat this case. After listening to Cassie's second testimony, I don't think Diddy's going to walk pure survival. I am sorry. I don't see it. You know, because we know Diddy was burning people and taking their publishing and doing things terrible to the artists, as far as ripping them off pure survival and making them walk to go get a goddamn cheesesteak or cheesecake during survival. We know that he is a very mean, demonic entity. But can we prove that he's an S trafficker during survival? Now, like I said, Jonathan O.D., the dude that looked like Bruce Willis, Cassie testified it was like a freak off with a vengeance. Y'all know Die Hard with a Vengeance? It was a freak off with a vengeance, pure survival, that she had to escape. So, man, oh man, guys, we're going to see how this goes. Cassie, will be on the stand for the rest of the week. So this is not over. That's how Diddy's lawyers feel. This is not over by a long shot. Pure survival. We are going to fight to the end. But I don't know if Diddy's going to be able to beat this. Now he can come back on an appeal, pure survival. But man, oh man, Diddy done. Diddy is done. Stick a fork in him. He is well done. Pure survival. And I think that this is for all the people that was allegedly unalived during survival, that Diddy's name was mixed up in. All of the horrific things that we know and to believe that Diddy allegedly did, I think that this is what he's paying for. Now, he may not have S-trafficked during survival, but you did some demonic things, and that's why God is punishing you. Guilty. Pure survival.